Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
So sister, listen up. Might have to listen really hard with this one because I'm recording this podcast episode downtown Toronto, walking around in the middle of the day on a Thursday. But here we go. You ready for this? You will be dust. You will be dust. Meaning that there is so much time that you have here on the planet. Man, what a bummer podcast. Thanks, Karen, for pumping me up, right? Seriously, though, you will be dust. This is something that Robin Sharma said at a conference I went to called Archangel Summit here in Toronto. Amazing, inspiring, some of the best speakers I've ever seen. I've been to a lot of seminars. But you will be dust. So how will you choose to live out the rest of your life? I'm 47 years old. I recorded this on a recent video that I just actually put up today. I'll put it here in the show notes as well. There really is a limited time that you have here on Earth. So the average age that a woman lives in Canada, where I live, is 81. I'm 47. Do the math, 34 years. 34 years. That means that more than half of my life is gone. Ish. Of course, I'm going to live till I'm 90, 100. But, let's just say I'm the average-ish. It's not a lot of time left. You will be dust. We will all be dust. What is the legacy that you want to live? See, he said something else when he spoke for that hour, which really, really moved me. And it was this. You can either be a victim or be a leader, but you can't be both. You can either make excuses or you can actually get results. You can actually be a victim or you can choose to change the world, but you can't do both. What will you be, sister? What do you want your funeral to look like? What is the legacy that you want to leave your family and the rest of this world? Your life is a fucking gift. And it doesn't become more apparent to me the later that I get here in life. And having 2 little kids and looking at them growing up and realizing that by the time that they lose their mommy, they're only going to be about 40-ish. With me having kids later in life at 41 and 44. It's what is. But it certainly makes me not want to waste a minute of my fucking life. Not a minute. We will all be dust. You will be dust. I will be dust. How are you choosing to live your life? Do you look back right now and go, holy shit, what happened the last year, the last 5 years, the last 10 years? Your life is a gift. Now, here's what I don't want you to do with this message. I don't want you to beat yourself up and blame and shame yourself and live in regret. That emotion to me has almost no use. Not that. My intention, if you're not living your life the way that you want it to be, if you feel like you're wasting your life, if you're waiting for someone to give you some fucking permission to do the things that you want to do, and you think that life will be handed for you, if you're choosing to continue to be the victim and to make excuses, then my intention is that this will wake you the fuck up. Your life is a gift. You will be dust. I want to live a life where I have people, my funeral will be packed. Well, I'll have touched a lot of people in my lifetime with who I am. And who I am and how I show up and how I live out my gift is beyond this message on this podcast. It's beyond Women Wanting More. It's beyond being a coach. It's beyond being a mom. It's just being who I am. So you think right now that you have to have it all figured out. right? Like, hey, I have this business I want to do, but, I got to figure out the how. I got to wait. I don't have enough money. So, like, when I have money, I'll do it. Or, when the kids grow up, I'll make that happen because, I just don't have time right now. Bullshit. Your life is shorter than you think. It is shorter than you think. You could die tomorrow. I could die tomorrow. We will all be dust. How are you living your life? Are you making excuses? Are you the victim? Listen, everybody has their shit. Everybody has been wronged in life. Everybody has had shit happen to them. And most of us, some pretty bad stuff. And some people, I know, the kind of stuff that have happened to them would just make your skin crawl. And they had a choice of what to do with that. They chose to not be the victim. They chose to not make excuses. What are you choosing, sister? You will be dust. Your life is a fucking gift. How are you living it? How are you living it? Are you living the life that's aligned with what you want people to say at your funeral? I had a really, really wake-up call, deep moment back in March when I went to my live event for my own personal coaching program called Shield Maiden. I'll actually put the notes to that episode in the show notes of this episode, which was called, I think it was something like What I Want People to Say When I Die. But it was like truly like I am not living fully aligned with what I want my kids to say, with what I want my husband to say. It became very apparent to me in that moment that I was putting business ahead of my husband and kids, that I actually loved business more than my husband and kids. Yeah. Pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up. And I know for a lot of you listening, there's a lot of women that feel really compelled to do more in their life. They kind of are very driven. They're real alpha females. And I know a lot of you feel this way and feel a lot of shame about it. But listen, I decided in that moment that things were going to change. And so from March until August, in that moment is when that decided. So we'd actually already had a chiropractic practice on the market, but we closed the doors at the end of May. I walked away from my network marketing business. I wanted to focus solely on coaching. We did not feel that where we lived was serving us, so we moved to a brand new province and a brand new city that we literally stepped foot in maybe twice before, just feeling like this was the place where we need to be to have the life that we want to live. Scary. Not knowing the how. Realizing that my life is a gift, that I will be dust. And I want to live my life the way that I want to live my life. I want to live my life in a way that I can actually use the gifts that I was given to be fully who I fucking am. So here's your more tip for today, sister. Do the math. We're going to all say that all women in the world live to the age of 81. How many years does that give you left? Okay, number one, do the math on the years that you have left. Now that's average, meaning that could be more and that could be less. But how many years do you have left to live? And number two, are you living your life aligned with how you want to? Are you living your life in a way that people will say the things that you want them to say at your funeral? And number three, if the answer to that is no, sister, what is one decision, not action, but decision, what is one decision you can make today that will begin to move you living the life aligned with what you want? Now, your life might be so deep in numbing, in not living it the way that you want to, that you're like, man, it's going to be a lot of things that I need to do. That's fine. There was a lot of things that we need to do to go from my three businesses or our three businesses down to two. So mine and my husband, get rid of my personal three, if you will, and down to one. So I have my husband's business and my own business now. It's a lot of work to sell our house, list our house, get it ready, find a new house, move our kids, sell a whole bunch of shit, find new school. There's a lot of steps to make this happen. It did not come easy. but what is the one decision you can make today that will move you in the direction of being aligned with how do you want to live your life? And when you've actually done this exercise, those 3 questions, I want you to shoot me an email, drkaren@drkarenosborne.com, and let me know what's come up with you from this. Let me know what insight that you've actually realized. Did this wake you up? My intention is that it did, sister. My intention is that it did. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to head over to my new website, drkarenosborne.com, drkarenosborne.com, and make sure to register for the Women Wanting More newsletter. You can be part of the Women Wanting More tribe. You'll get these 3 episodes out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, daily videos, Facebook posts, get all the updates on everything Women Wanting More, my live events, the book that's coming out within the next year, my webinars and master classes. So head over to drkarenosborne.com. You'll see a few places you can enter in your name and email, and we'll get you hooked up in that newsletter today. So I will talk to you in the next episode, sister. Just know a life of more is one step away from you doing the fucking work and being real about your life every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborne.com/newsletter.